She's been coming to me for many years. I would say the 10 years that I've been here, probably around that time. This request was because of a car accident, and I'll call it a little bit more edging towards cosmetic tattooing because of scars that were left from surgeries. Just took a little bit more planning and a little more back and forth. Her request, if I can remember now, was just something beautiful, floral, and that's what I had to go with. And it was just a matter of going with my feelings, asking questions, bouncing ideas off of her, narrowing down a direction. Yeah, my challenge, because of the scar tissue that was left behind from the surgery, and I had this challenge with other clients in their requests as well, partly because of the fine detail that I do in my work, and I guess just the direction I've gone with the dots was to hide the scars, or maybe more so distract from them. I find for myself, if I was to just blatantly put designs over scars, then you end up actually attracting the person's eye to the scars. The strategy that I would use is more to redirect the eye or captivate the eye or almost mesmerize the person with the design.
So I was in a car accident in 2009 where my car was struck driver's side and then spun into a pole. And the impact was so severe. Luckily, I was wearing my seatbelt, but the seatbelt caused trauma to my chest. And subsequently, I've had 8 surgeries to correct the trauma to my body. Tattooing wasn't really something I'd grown up around, but my dad had Navy tattoos. But as a female growing up with mostly brothers and that sort of thing, I was not anything I'd really thought about until, I got older. I came to see Damon in 2007. I actually found him on the internet. I was just doing research to see, I didn't want to just go to any tattoo artist. And so I just started researching on the internet and looked at his work and liked the whole flow and the energy that surrounded his drawings and paintings and his actual tattooing itself. Something permanent on my body, I wanted to make sure it was the right person to do it. I wanted it to be feminine and to have a nice flow to it. Also, there's a bit of asymmetry still with my breasts. As Raven would say, they're perfectly imperfect. So Damon is going to do a series of flowers and scrolling with, purples and light shaded colors, just to cover over the scars, but also just to create an ebb and a flow. Raven and I were talking over the internet, and she knew I had surgery upcoming and wanted me to start taking the Source Energy medicine water, start drinking the water to help prepare for my upcoming surgery. I have trauma labels and scarring labels. So from what I understand and what I feel just from drinking the water, not only is it hydrating, but it's also helped with my recovery from my surgery. Just the energy that's in the water gave me more of a peaceful balance, because I do have post-traumatic stress disorder, and the trauma water that I'm drinking as well, it tends to ease me mentally. Because of how wonderfully I healed from this last surgery compared to the other surgeries, after drinking the water to prepare for the surgery and after the surgery, my cat, I had her spayed and declawed, and she seemed to be in a lot of pain and wasn't really responding to her food, and I was worried about her, so I started to give her my surgery water, and within a couple of days she was back to her usual self. She was walking around. Due to the extent of the injury and the cost associated with the surgical and plastic repair of my chest, I did get a lawyer. With the assistance of the accident lawyer, I was able to deal with the overwhelming amount of paperwork involved with an insurance company. The lawyer assisted me, and my insurance company actually was wonderful. They gave me a female adjudicator to assist because of the sensitivity of the issue, and they've paid for all of my plastic surgery, over $50,000 worth of plastic surgery, including alloderm skin grafting and replacement breast implants, that sort of thing. But also they're paying Damon to do a mock-up drawings, and they're paying for the complete tattoo process.
It was, not including breaks, about 8 hours sit, which for her, such a sensitive area, was definitely a ordeal to sit through. For me,
an awkward area going the side of the ribs. Being on the side, it was just an awkward area to kind of work on for me to hold posture. And also because she can't really hold her breath, so it's an area that's kind of going in and out with the breath all the time. So to keep the precision, it was quite a challenge for me as well. And then combine that with working over scar tissue.
Today's day 4 of tattooing. I'm really happy with it, happy with the way I feel. My scars are very translucent at this point. You can, you'd have to, if you looked really close, I could find them. But no, I'm delighted, and I feel so much better now about my skin and how I feel in my skin.
One of the challenges besides the scar cover-up aspect was to bring symmetry and balance to her 2 breasts. And because of the surgery, things were left a little bit out of balance in that respect. And just at the end, she had a look at her tattoo. She was just really blown away by how much just a visual image can do that. Like, she was shocked.
People ask, was the pain worth it? Well, you have to wait to the end to say if the pain was worth the gain, right? So definitely the pain is worth it. Damon makes it as pleasurable as possible by creating the environment, and from a sensory perspective, the visual, auditory, listening to the music, smelling the incense. It's just a very unique atmosphere that I've never seen in any other tattoo salons.